Afghanistan Central and Asian Association is a charity that offers mentoring to any vulnerable individuals that may need help. They offer child support to anyone who is unable to work because they have children to take care of. They also offer help with any financial difficulties that an individual may be going through, so you don't necessarily have to be an Afghan for them to offer you help. Fashion in Afghanistan has become a statement piece of art and talent for many. Being unable to have a decent education or restricted to work has opened the doors to many young Afghan girls and women, specifically through the means of sewing and designing clothing that is both fashionable and modest. Traditional Afghan dresses are very tribal and ethnic. They are designed to reflect the Afghan culture with their fashion, in essence the love for vibrant colors, especially black, green and red, which represents their country's flag, or the use of coins in their dresses to incorporate their money currency and famous leaders who are engraved on the coins. The long-sleeve dress that was donated to Gunnersbury Park Museum recalls traditional luxury Afghani designs worn by women. They usually consist of a long, loosely fitted dress which is tightened by the waistline or is worn with a belt. This particular dress is worn by Afghan women and reflects a particular style worn on special occasions like religious holidays and/or weddings. Guests attending a wedding will also perform the atan. This is a celebratory traditional dance that follows the rhythmic beats of the tabla drum and allows the traditional Afghan dress to open up as the dancer twirls. Overall, it is important to note that the materiality of garments often holds a cultural significance in any country. This specific garment exemplifies how components of the dress represent an important part of Afghan culture, from the materials used to the hand-stitch embroidery and the style of the dress. In addition, culture and religion play a crucial role in shaping identity. In this case, beyond a religious perspective, wearing traditional clothing like the one that was donated to Gunnersbury Park Museum creates a sense of connection to the cultural roots of those living here in the UK. More importantly, it expands our worldview of what is deemed fashionable in different cultures.
So Trinjan is a charity group led by Asian women. It's led by the founder, Mahindra, and my mum, Mindu Baines. It's a fantastic charity, and the charity that they actually give money towards is the Mulberry Centre. They host many events throughout the year to gain money for the actual charity itself. Right, the ceremonial outfit. It's one of those things that it's very special. It needs to be special. So when you go to this wedding, you're going to have to dress up. You're going to be, in some ways, regal. And that's how I felt wearing that outfit. That outfit made me feel not just regal, but important. So where did that outfit come from? Well, that outfit came from many months prior to the wedding itself. We went to Delhi, New Delhi in India, near a town called Janakpuri. We were told about there's a particular place where you'll find great wedding outfits per se. And then there was one particular shop that I remember seeing, and there was a mannequin on the window, and it had this great Sherwani suit, and it looked absolutely amazing. It just made this mannequin look alive and regal. So I saw this suit on the mannequin, and I said to my mum, that's the one. When you get that first impression of something and you feel really good, or you feel something at the back of your neck, goosebumps. That's what I felt with that. We went inside, we tried it on. It was a little bit tight, to be honest. I said, don't worry, I've got 6 months. I'm going to lose the weight because I want to wear this particular outfit for my big special day. 6 months later, the outfit comes back. My mother actually traveled to India, New Delhi, to pick up the outfit. I think this is about 3-4 weeks before the actual wedding itself, and then comes back. And I don't even try it on. I want to basically just try it on the very first day that I'm going to wear it. So yes, I wore it actually on the day itself. That was the very first time I actually wore it properly, and it fitted, let's just say, like a glove. I looked amazing. I'm proud to say it was obviously there was the garland as well that comes along with it, the sera, which is the headgear as well. And yeah, I looked like $1 million. It looked absolutely amazing. One of the biggest things as well, wearing that suit, was wherever I went, people just wanted to take a picture with me, of me. It was in the Radisson Hotel in central London. So in our culture, we go to the actual venue on a horse, a white horse. So I had to get up on this white horse wearing this particular outfit. And that was, again, in itself amazing. We actually cordoned off a street in central London, a whole street, not by us, but by people wanting to find out exactly what was going on. There was a camera crew there, obviously taking the video of the wedding. And then there was many people. Then there was a big doll as well, playing the drums. And then there was myself riding up on a white horse, and then literally just trotting along to the actual venue itself. And in all this time, I felt I truly was regal, not only because I was like 10, 12 feet high, I actually felt I was 50 feet high, and it was absolutely great. The outfit represented what that whole day was about. You know, that whole day was about color, glamour to a certain degree. My wife's reaction on seeing me in that suit, I remember her first words were like, "Is that you?" I'm hoping to take my children, rather than opening a box and showing them a suit, that I can take them to a museum and tell them, that's the outfit, that's my outfit for the wedding that I married their mother in, is actually showcased for the whole world to see and not just stay in a box.
Fulkari, which literally translates to flower work, is a unique style or technique of embroidery originating from the Punjab. It is a form of craft in which embroidery is done in a simple and sparse design over shawls and dupattas or chunnis. Fulkari work is done with untwisted floss silk yarn called butt, and typically produced with the use of darn-style stitching on the wrong side of the material. The embroidery was originally made on hand-woven coarse cloth called khadar. Originating in the 15th century, it's a rural handmade embroidery tradition started by the women of Punjab and is also known as the folk embroidery of Punjab. It's a dying art which was almost lost following the partition of Punjab in 1947. Fulkari motifs and designs were passed down and continue to be passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth. Thus, each family had its own characteristic style, and with practice and experience, each woman was able to develop her own repertoire and creative practice. And so Fulkari became an expression of the embroiderer's feelings, hopes and dreams. For instance, through a pair of peacocks, the women of the Punjab described their personal life and relationship with their spouses. A drooping plumage signified a sad relationship or distance. A blooming one revealed the bliss of married life. Fulkari motifs often made it to poetry and conveyed bits of wisdom to their generations, to those that it was handed down to. The birth of a girl marks the beginning of the child's grandmother creating the Fulkari piece to give to her granddaughter. It was a way of communicating and passing down her history, her experiences through the generations. Fulkari itself is more than just a handicraft. The threads of Fulkari are inextricably linked and tied to the history of Punjab. This Fulkari piece was handmade by my dadi, or my paternal grandmother, Atma Kaur. She was born in the village of Isarwar in the Punjab, and I think this piece must have been made during the early 1900s before she was married, and then later migrated to Arusha in Tanzania, and finally then came to Southall in the UK. We've sort of worked out the history of this piece a little bit through the fact that on the back of the piece is inscribed Thakur Singh, which was my great-grandfather, or my Bardnana, which was my grandmother's father's name. It gives me lots of ideas and thoughts of what she must have been thinking and talking about as she made and embroidered the piece along with the other women of the village. as they sat together and shared stories. And I mean, I wish I knew more about the piece itself, but it still means a lot to me, and I feel her presence whenever I look at the Fulkari.